Hello students of Class 12 CBSE Computer Science with Python. Welcome to TechBox 247. So in this video we are going to know about the latest curriculum for 2024 to 2025 under the subject Computer Science with Python. Okay, CBSE has been issued the new curriculum of this year, and you can go to this website called cbse.nic.in. okay, under this website, this is your website. You can move on to this website and look onto the curriculum. Okay, so under this you can move on to this curriculum part. Under the curriculum part you will be finding 2024 to 2025. Just click onto it. After clicking, you will be finding the pages for secondary curriculum for 9th standard to 10th standard. Okay, you no need for this. Just move on to the next portions of this page, and now we can find senior secondary curriculum for 11th standard to 12th standard. Okay, you can find it here, senior secondary curriculum for class 11 to class 12. Okay, under this you can find academic electives group A. Under the group A you can find the computer science subject here. Okay, under the academic electives group A you can find this computer science subject here. Can you able to find this computer science? So under this computer science you can click onto it and you can see your curriculum. Okay, just click onto it and your syllabus has been opened now. So this is your new curriculum for the year of 2024 to 2025. Okay, under this curriculum it covers the class 11 syllabus and class 12 syllabus, and the students who are moving from 10th standard to 11th standard, you can move on to this page and you can look up onto the distribution of marks for the each and every units here. Unit 1 for the 11th standard is computer systems and organization, which comprises of 10 marks, and unit 2 is computational thinking and programming 1. It comprises of 45 marks, and unit 3 is society, law and ethics, and it comprises of 15 marks and it totally encounters 70 marks. Okay, so these are the things you should see under the syllabus. And under the unit 1, unit 2 and unit 3, the topics are given here for the class 11th standard. Okay, now we can move on to the class 12 standard. So the class 12 code is, we are having the distribution marks as given here. As we have studied the computational thinking and programming part 1 in 11th standard, here in 12th standard we are having the unit 1 as computational thinking and programming part 2, and it comprises of 40 marks. And unit 2 is your computer networks and it comprises of 10 marks, and unit 3 is your database management and it is comprising of 20 marks, as usual 70 marks in total. Okay, the remaining 30 marks you are going to write upon for your practicals. Okay, let us see what are all the topics which is inside the syllabus. So under the unit wise syllabus, unit 1 we know computational thinking and programming part 2. So your first topic is revision of Python topics covered in class 11. Okay, so you should comprise this revision part for this computational thinking part 1 also. And your next chapter is functions. So under this functions you are reading the types of functions such as built-in functions, functions defined inside the modules, user-defined functions, creating the user-defined function, how to create your user-defined functions, arguments and parameters, default parameters, positional parameters, function returning the values, flow of execution and scope of a variable. Under the scope of a variable you will be having a global scope and a local scope. Okay, the next chapter is under the unit 1 is exception handling. It's a very important chapter, and we are going to study about how to handle the exceptions by using this try, except and finale blocks. And your third topic is introduction to files. This is your file handling. So under the file handling you are going to read about the learn types of files, that is your text file, binary file and the CSV files, and you will be studying the relative and the absolute path also. Under the text file you are going to know how to open your text file, okay, and we are having number of modes to open the text file and how to close your text files, okay, and by opening the file by using the with clause, and how to write a data into the text file by using the methods called write and write lines, and how to read your text file by using the read line and read lines method. And you're going to read about seek and tell methods and how to manipulate the data into the text files. And the next one is your binary files. Under the binary files you are going to read about the basic operations on a binary file, how to open a file in the binary mode by using these modes, and how to close your binary file. And under the binary files you will be importing a module called pickle module. Under the pickle module you are having the two functions, dump and the load functions, okay, and how to read, write, search, append and update the operations in your binary files. Then next comes your CSV file. Under the CSV file we are importing the CSV module, okay, how to open and close the CSV files and how to write into the CSV files by using the functions called writer function, write row and write rows function, and how to read a CSV file by using the reader function. The next topic is your data structure, and this is your last topic under the unit 1. So under the data structure you will be studying the stack and its operations like push pop, and you are going to implement the stack by using the list, okay. So let us move on to the next chapter. So units under the next chapter is evolution of networking. Under the computer networking, first you will be reading evolution of computer networking, and you will be reading the evolutions like ARPANET, NSFNet and Internet. And then data communication terminologies. So you will be reading about the terminologies, okay, and you are going to read about the sender, receiver, message, communication media and the protocols, etc. And measuring capacity of communication media, that is your bandwidth, data transfer rate, IP address, switching techniques. And what are the switching techniques you are going to study in this chapter? You are going to study circuit switching, packet switching, okay. So the next is what? Transmission media. Under the transmission media we are having wired communication media like twisted pair cable, coaxial cable and fiber optic cable. Under the wireless media we are having radio waves, microwaves and infrared waves. The next chapter in the computer networking is networking devices. So these are the easy chapter to score good marks in your examinations, okay. This is other than the programming parts, okay. So the networking devices you are going to study like modem, Ethernet card, RJ45, repeater, hub, switch, router, gateway and Wi-Fi cards. The next comes the networking topologies and the network types. So you are going to study about the types of networks like PAN, LAN, MAN, WAN, and the topologies like bus, star and the tree topologies. And the protocols. So you are going to study about these protocols: HTTP, FTP, PPP, SMTP, TCP, etc., etc. And then introduction of web services. Under this web services you are going to read about what is www and what is HTML and what is XML and what are the domain names, URL and what is a website and what is a web browser, web servers and web hosting, okay. So let us move on to the next chapter, that is your last chapter, unit 3, which is your database management. So under this database management you are going to study about the database concepts first, okay. This is your introductions. After that you are going to study about relational data model, okay. It is coming under the RDBMS, that means relational database management. Under this relational database model you are going to study about the relation, attribute, tuple, domain, degree, cardinality, keys, okay. So under the keys we are having candidate keys, primary keys, alternate keys and foreign keys. So the next is your SQL, that is your structured query language. It's very important, okay, under this unit database management. So under the structured query language, so you are going to study about DDL, that is your data definition language, and DML, that is your data manipulation language, DDL and DML. Okay, so under data type we are going to study. Constraints also we are going to study. These are the constraints and how to create the database, use database, show databases. We are having many commands under this SQL. Okay, you can read this patiently. Okay, after that we are going to read about the joins, having clause, Cartesian products, then equijoin and natural joins. Okay, so the next is finally interfacing the Python with SQL database. We are going to connect this Python with MySQL. So under this the topic is like connecting SQL with Python. Okay, we are going to learn how to connect this Python with SQL database. So under this we are having such functions: inserting, updating, deleting the queries by using the cursor, and display data by using the connect function, cursor function, execute function, commit. Okay, and then we are going to read about fetch one, fetch all, row count property, and how to create the database connectivity applications. Okay, and by using the %s format to perform your queries. So these are the things you are going to learn in this chapter, database management. Okay, so then next is your practical file. So under the practicals file you will be covering what? Your lab test. Okay, 4 sections we are having. So under the lab test you are having Python program and SQL queries. So they might give you for 12 marks. Then complete your report file with 15 programs minimum which contains SQL queries and minimum 4 programs based on Python SQL connectivity. Okay, and the next is your project. You should submit your projects by using the concepts you have been learnt in your class 11 and class 12, and your project comprises of 8 marks. Okay, and then Viva Voce is which carries 3 marks. So it is covering for up to 30 marks. Okay, you are having the practical list such as, these are the lists, you can slowly read by your own. Okay, these are your practical lists which is given here. Okay, all the best. You can start your 12th standard from now onwards. Don't waste your time, start reading the topics which is given in my videos. Okay, search onto the topics for Python connectivity interfacing part. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and share it with your friends also. Okay, we'll see you in the next video. Until then, thank you.